Stay tuned to meet one of America's top trial lawyers, Sean Claggett.
Welcome to the YouTube channel of Michael J. Swanson. Michael is the author of How David Beats Goliath and is the CEO of Advocate Capital. And now, here's Michael.
Sean Claggett is an experienced personal injury attorney serving clients from his offices in Las Vegas, Nevada. In 2000, he received a Bachelor of Arts in Political Science, and in 2003, he graduated cum laude from the UNLV William S. Boyd School of Law. On January 1st, 2005, Sean opened his own law firm with a single client and one employee. Today, Claggett & Sykes law firm has 28 employees, including 10 attorneys, and has hundreds of active litigation and claims files. In 2013, Sean became an adjunct professor at the UNLV Boyd School of Law, where he currently teaches law practice management. In 2017, Sean was recognized as Nevada's Trial Attorney of the Year, and attorneys all over the country have requested him to consult or co-counsel on cases that are proceeding to trial. Importantly, Sean and his firm have donated significant amounts of time and money to charities such as the Challenged Athletes Foundation, Child Seekers, March of Dimes, Boy Scouts of America, and Boys and Girls Clubs of Southern Nevada, just to name a few. And now, meet Sean Claggett. Sean, thanks for joining us today.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Yeah, we're really, it's amazing to watch your law firm grow over the years. I know you have, 10 lawyers now, and it's just amazing what you've been able to do and the number of people you've been able to help, the lives you've changed, and the impact you've made in your community. So thank you for the work that you do, first of all.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Most people don't know that plaintiff lawyers help people all day, and so that's part of what we try to do to help educate consumers about what plaintiff lawyers really do, which is help people. But one of the things I know you're passionate about is helping other lawyers. So can you tell us about that? Why do you think it's important for lawyers to teach younger lawyers?
Yeah, well, I've been fortunate in my career that I've had many experienced trial lawyers help me, teach me, and really allow me to understand our craft, not just from a technical standpoint, but also an emotional standpoint in what we do. And, I've had some great people throughout my career that have helped, and I'm very thankful to all of them. And I just believe that as we get more experience and we grow more, it's our turn to give back to the younger attorneys. And when I say younger, maybe they're younger in age and maybe they're just younger in experience, but to give back, because we all are learning all the time. It never stops. And that's what makes this practice so great.
Yeah, I think it's fascinating how many different specializations that plaintiff lawyers need to understand in order to bring the types of cases. Everything from pharmaceuticals to mechanical engineering to psychology. It's just really interesting.
And that it really is. And every case that you take on, it seems like you're becoming an expert in the field, at least for that case. And so, and there's attorneys that specialize in those cases. I'm working currently with Bob Kelly and Alex Alvarez on some tobacco cases. And those guys, the amount of knowledge they have in those cases is immense. And they're the type of guys that then teach and share that knowledge so that we can continue to fight that battle that needs to continue to be fought.
Yeah, because it seems to me that very few people in the world are trying to help plaintiff lawyers, other than other plaintiff lawyers.
Well, there are some out there like your company that is a great partner that certainly understands what we do. And, my firm's certainly very fortunate to have met you guys a long time ago. And you've been with me for the ride. So I appreciate you.
Yeah. Well, Sean, what are some of the things that you do to help other lawyers?
Well, for starters, I run a listserv here in Las Vegas, well, actually the entire state of Nevada, called Justice Through Verdicts, where all the plaintiff lawyers in the state that are active trial lawyers participate, and we share ideas. We have monthly meetings where we may talk about experts. We may go through and do a debrief on a case, answer questions, whatever it may be. We're continually helping the lawyers get better at their craft. And we share our information freely, which is very important. The days of lawyers holding on to their ideas and because they're great, hoping that people will refer their cases. I hope, at least in Nevada, I can tell you that's not the way it's done. And I think the fact that we've been able to help so many lawyers, I walk through the courthouse and I see great verdicts continuously from lawyers, and it makes me so happy to see that.
Yeah, it's very unselfish of you, but it's also a great thing for the community because you can only take so many cases in a year, and you can only help so many people. So by multiplying yourself through training others, you're really, the rising tide is lifting all the boats and helping more consumers.
That's right. And, I do believe that our community is a safe community. It's because there's consequences when people do things bad, and we hold people accountable here, which is really something that I believe is important. And it's not lost on me what our job really is.
Yeah, to help people. Obviously, people are aware that if someone's injured and they get a good economic result, it helps them with their medical bills or this kind of thing. But one of the points that you're mentioning there is that plaintiff lawyers make the world a safer place. So by educating more lawyers, you're multiplying that effect throughout the community. Yeah,
and there's cases. We have there's the car wreck cases, and certainly it's a problem because there's way too many catastrophic injuries and deaths on the roadways. And we need that to be safer. But there's also cases, I'm currently handling sexual assault cases where little children have been assaulted.
Oh my goodness.
Emotionally, those are really difficult cases for a whole lot of reasons. Yeah. But the community, we have an obligation to protect our children. And without lawyers willing to work, oftentimes for nothing or for a long shot contingency, there's no voice for these kids. And, our firm made a commitment years ago because we are very active with mental health care in this country and the lack thereof. And it starts when the kids are young, and we need to make sure that we're doing our jobs as attorneys to provide the help and protection that the children in our communities need.
Amen. Well, I look forward to seeing you soon. If not in Nevada, maybe you'll come to Nashville sometime. We'll have dinner.
I'll see you in Nashville for sure. We've got a lot of litigation out there right now, so we'll see you soon.
Okay, fantastic. Well, thanks again for being here, for your very valuable time, Sean. Take care.
All right, thanks.
Thanks for watching. Send your questions or comments to Michael at mike@howdavidbeatsgoliath.com.